Hey, what's happening, MGTOW? Welcome back. So, I hadn't posted any content because, quite frankly, man, I was feeling discouraged, There was, there's a lot of content out here in the manosphere that's just, not up to par, and it's just bullshit. A lot of it is, politically motivated or racially motivated rather than having to do with the philosophy. So I was like, I gotta separate myself from these people because it's not really adding anything of value to my life, So I hadn't been posting, but then I saw a video that, kind of changed everything for me, and it was like, wow, like this is interesting because, this might just change the whole scenario, the whole perspective, the whole, idea of MGTOW. I mean, it might change everything. And you say, well, Sweet Padre, what are you talking about? What's the video? Well, there was this one guy that was he was just delighted, man. I mean, he was just real happy that somebody came along and was banging his wife. And I said, wow, is this the way we're going, man? Is this the way this country's going? Like, this is fucking crazy, So, I mean, for the MGTOW man that's out here and is still engaging with his broads, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, because think about it. No responsibility. The other guy just, pays all the bills, and you just come by and you bang the hell out of her. You know what I mean? And then you just walk away. You go your own merry way, MGTOW style. So that was a mind altering video there. And I gotta say, man, even I was thinking like, damn, I may even just come out of hibernation for a while, just come out of being a monk for a little bit, and try it out, see what they're all about, because shit, you think about it, you're banging some woman, right? And the fucking guy's cheering you on, man. I mean, he's just fucking delighted that you're doing that. You know what I mean? That's just fucking awesome, That's just fucking, you're like, to have a cheerleader on your side? What? So this is the way that the Americans are going. Some Americans really want, they derive pleasure out of you banging their wives. It doesn't get any better than that, especially for a guy like me. I mean, an immigrant in this country, to see something like this, like, wow. Like, it's like, hey, you're invited, It does not get any better than that, guys. 1 second here. I got this call coming in from a broker or something like that. I got it. I'm gonna shut this thing down. It's probably. Oh, I don't know who this is. I'm just gonna shut it down. Call them later. It's not that important. I got people calling me from all over the place all the time. Offering me loads, offering me insurance, offering me dispatch services. A lot of those dispatch services have been. Oh well, they really want to talk. I'll call them back. I'm gonna finish this video first. Anyways, so yeah, man, it's like, wow, it might just change the whole scenario for me. I was really even thinking of leaving, the United States, which is something I said I was never gonna do because, being an immigrant is pretty hard, But if it's gonna get this good over here, where you got a lot of cocks that they're gonna want, they look for the girl for you, they pay the bills, and then they invite you so you can bang their wives. I mean, who wouldn't be fucking excited about that shit? You know what I mean? So anyways, you can tell that, that got me in a good mood. But anyways, so let me see, what else did I have in mind lately? Well, yeah, there are guys that, there's 65 million Hispanics in this country. As far as, an estimated number of people from Latin America in this country, 65 million strong. We're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. And especially now that things are getting better, to the point where you say, well, what about the economy, Sweet Padre? What do you mean the economy? Shit, I'm doing all right. I'm MGTOW. You know what I mean? And if you're MGTOW, you should be fine too. You're gonna be the last man standing if you're MGTOW. When this shit goes to hell, you're gonna be the last man standing. The politicians are just playing with the people. They say they're gonna build a wall. They're gonna build a wall. They're not going to build a wall. Some guy's going to build it up. The other guy's going to tear it down. I saw DeSantis the other day, governor of Florida, and I mean, he's really taking it in from Disney. You know, Disney said we're gonna have a gay Florida, or you know, a proud Florida, or we're not gonna have a Florida at all. And so they're not, you know, they're having a war with DeSantis down there because DeSantis is not, you know, he's not in line with the Disney agenda. And you know, Disney is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Yeah, they've been losing money left and right, you know, but then again, they get their money. They're not stupid. They get their money from, you know, behind the scenes. They put up that agenda of theirs because they have to, because there's more money coming from above. There's no stopping this train, guys. There's really no stopping this train. These people, they know what they're doing very well. Just you know, go with the tide. Swing, you know, and you'll be fine. Just make it work for you. Is what I'm saying. Make it work for you. Do you have to, you know, do you have to become one of those proud individuals? No, you don't have to become one of those proud individuals. Why would you become a proud individual? You know, who's gonna want to take it of the yin yang? You know what I mean? And have it all bloody and stained with brown shit. Nobody wants that. I mean, you gotta be out of your mind for that shit. But anyways, yeah, I feel like talking a little bit today. I feel like talking. You say, Sweet Padre, you on drugs? No, I'm not on drugs. I'm not on drugs. I'm not on drugs. I'm just energized today. You know, I just got out the gym. I'm feeling fresh, and this video really got me thinking. Like, wow, like this is really gonna change for the better. For if you're a real man out here, and you know, even if you're MGTOW, this is gonna work wonderful for you. I mean, if you got the Americans that are wanting to have their wives banged in front of you, you know, and they're gonna cheer you on. I mean, come on, guys, come on, come on. Anyways, it's crazy. But yeah, you know, a little bit about what's going on down in Florida, you know, and I mean, yeah, DeSantis, you know, he got rid of some people down there, but that's not gonna last. I mean, think about it, guys. If you own a say you want to start a business, right? Or you own a business, you own a property maintenance company, right? You own a property maintenance company, or you own a construction company, you know, or you own I don't know, a restaurant, right? A few small restaurants, right? And you know, I mean, you know, you want to hire Americans, right? You want to hire Americans because you know, they understand that, you know, it's your people, it's your culture, you know, it is what it is, right? You want people that are like you. Shit, I want to hire Americans if you know, if it all comes down to it. But the reality is, guys, I mean, you hire Mike, you know, and Mike shows up on Monday. You tell him show up on Monday, he shows up on Monday, right? But the rest of your crew is not gonna enjoy working with Mike because Mike's a slacker. He's a slacker, you know. But anyways, you know, they tolerate Mike or whatever, and Mike works Monday, he works Tuesday, works Wednesday. On Thursday, he comes in late, you know. He does call, but he comes in late. So you're like, oh, well, wait a minute. The first fucking week on the job, and guy's already calling late. What's going on here? You know, some bullshit excuse about, you know, I don't know. Maybe he had maybe he had to watch his wife getting plowed or something. I don't know. But he made up an excuse, and he was late to work on Thursday. But all right, whatever, you know, you give him a chance. It might not happen again. But the guy's already not looking good, you know, at work. So, you know, Friday he shows up, right, and he's all right. Works Friday, gets paid, right, and then the following Monday after he gets paid, you know, he doesn't show up to work. So you call him, be like, hey, Mike, what's up? You're supposed to, you know, you're supposed to show up to work today. What's going on? You know, the guys are waiting on you. Oh, well, you know, Mike got high, you know, he got high. Oh shit. So you're like, what the fuck, man? I mean, you hire this guy, you know, you want to give him a chance, you want to hire Americans, but it's just not working out for you. So you're an American yourself, you know, but you got to stay in business. You know, your customers demand good quality work. So, but you got to, you know, So you got these guys that have been working for you. You got all kinds of guys, but you got this guy working for you. Jose, he's been working for you for 3 months, and the guy's been on point. He's worked hard. He's earned his pay. Shows up to work every day on time. Puts in a good effort. Doesn't try to tell you what to do in your own fucking business, and thinking he's better than you or something. He's just there to work. He's happy to get the job, and it shows. The shit looks clean, everything. So what are you gonna do? I mean, Jose tells you, hey, I got a cousin that just showed up from fucking Guatemala or El Salvador or somewhere, and he needs a job, right? What are you gonna do? You being an American, what are you gonna do? You're trying to stay in business. You're trying to look good to your customers. And of course, this is gonna save you money because you don't, you may or may not have to report the stuff. So the Americans want us here, And I'm not saying, people all Hispanics are this, that, and the other. I'm just saying Americans want us here, regardless of what the government says. And so that's just the business, the business side of it. I went to a plywood, not plywood. It was a sheetrock place. Very big company, very big. I'm not gonna name the company, but it's one of the two major distributors in the United States for drywall. So I went to this drywall place, and it's certainly an American company, because the other major distributor is not an American company, but they are an American company. And if you know a little bit of who makes drywall, then you may know who I'm talking about. So major company in the United States. When I show up over there, last time I showed up, they had William over there, and William, he wasn't, he was somewhat grumpy, wasn't too happy to see me, and so I what am I gonna do? I mean, I'm just working, They loaded the truck. Yeah, they did a good job. But they did it at their own pace, and they were in no hurry, to get me out of there or anything. And when it was time to sign the paperwork, I said thank you. They looked at me like I was from another planet. So, anyways, but that wasn't the last time I went there. I went there the other day, I don't know, about 2 weeks ago, and I look around the yard, and damn, the yard is kind of empty. And I said, well, okay, this place used to be a mess all the time, but the yard is nice and clean. It's empty, plenty of spot to park your truck. Nobody's waiting in line for 3 hours to get loaded. And I go in, and there's this, I want to say this guy was from, like, I don't know, Central America somewhere, maybe Honduras, maybe somewhere in Central America. And shit, because I know my people, right? And no, I'm not, I'm not from Honduras. But anyways, this guy was from somewhere in Central America, and kind of gay, So I was like, okay, well, gay, Hispanic, the United States, whatever. I mean, everything's accepted here. I have no problem. I just want to get my truck loaded and get the hell out of here. So, sure enough, I treat him with decency and respect. I don't care if somebody's gay or not. Not my problem. As long as I don't get banged, they don't. That's none of my business. Sign my paperwork, whatever. I signed my paperwork. He gave me my copy, and he said, well, just back into door number 4. I said, really? So quick? Like, yeah, just, they're waiting on you. I said, all right, great. So I back it into door number 4. And, I back in my truck, and there's a cone there. I looked around the warehouse. Wow, this is nice and clean. Everything's organized. And the guys, boom, right away, they started loading the flatbed, because I do flatbed trucking, right? They started loading the truck, right? And, I pulled out my tarps. I'm ready to tarp my load. They said, no, we tarped the load for you now. Really? I said, wow, okay, all right. This is even better. So they tarped the load, right? Tarped the load, strapped it, everything. All I had to do was strap it, or, tighten up the straps or whatever. But they tarped the load and they put bungees on it, right? And I said, wow, this is amazing, Half an hour and I'm already loaded. All I had to do was come in, back in my truck, and I'm fucking loaded, and I'm out of here. Half an hour. Unbelievable. Beautiful, And then I looked, and I'm like, okay, well, shit. That old guy, William, he's not here, or was it Edward? I forget his name, but certainly wasn't a Kyle or a Mike, because I'm not saying, you know, I got plenty of friends that are named Kyle or Mike or whatever, and I'm grateful that I met a lot of nice people here in this country. I'm not racist. I met a lot of nice people from all over the world here when I used to be a cab driver. Very generous, very gently, you know, very gentle people, very beautiful people. But I said, wow, you know, this is incredible. You know, these guys, you know, I just showed up. They loaded my truck quick. They put the tarp on. They put the bungees on. All I gotta do is strap it down, and I'm on my way. You know, and nobody harassed me. Nobody stared me down. You know, nobody was grumpy or anything. You know, all the guys were in, you know, I don't want to say they were in shape, but they were somewhat, you know, relative shape. I mean, like they weren't so out of shape that they couldn't work. You know, so we Hispanics, we bring a lot of value to this country. We really do. And you know, when it comes to banging another man's woman, I mean, that's gonna be a rarity. You know, there are guys out there that like that stuff. You know, and I say be careful. You know, be careful with if you decide to do something like that and how you do it. You know, because I mean, the law is not there to benefit you. You know, but things are changing. Things are changing, and for the better. And you know, you gotta stay out of drugs, guys. You gotta stay out of drugs. You know, because drugs destroy. They destroy your ability to work. They destroy your future. You know, you're a young guy. You're out here. You know, you want to make it big somehow. It's not just the women that'll bring you down. You know, the drugs will bring you down too quicker, even quicker than the women. The drugs will destroy you in ways that you have no idea how, you know, where you're gonna fucking end up. I see people in my city, you know, my big city. I mean, it's all over the United States, really. But I see people in my city, and I can't believe it. They have a woman mayor in my city, and she really fucking. I mean, because our old mayor, the one that was there for a long time, he died on the job. He was a good guy, you know. He was an Irishman. And he really cared about the schools and the city and, you know, the streets and everything. But he's, you know, yeah, he was a Democrat. He was a Democrat, you know. But I mean, what can you expect in the liberal state, right? But he did a good job. You know, he did a good job. And then they put a drunkard in there, and the drunkard, I mean, because it was him and it was a black guy, you know, that was running for mayor, and there was no way the black guy was gonna win in my town, so. But they put a drunk in there, you know, and the drunk, I mean, he did what he did what drunks do, right? And then after that, he moved up to a better government job, and then they said, well, we gotta have a woman, so they put a woman there of Asian descent, and she's fucking torn the place down, man. She's really fucked up the town, and so, you know, you see the junkies all up and down, I mean, near the hospital, because, you know, remember the hospitals, you know, big pharma is really the culprit of all that is taking place here, you know. And so the hospitals are, you know, the junkies tend to hang near the hospitals, right? Because that's where they get their fix. And this mayor is not doing a damn thing, you know. And I hope she gets voted out. And I mean, I'm not in my city as much as, you know, as much to care. It's not gonna make that much of a difference, but yeah, it kind of sucks to go to a place, you know. I've lived there fucking 30 years now, since '93 I've lived there, you know, and now you know, now I see that the place is all fucked up because of bad politicians and drugs, you know, and nobody gives a shit. So you gotta stay out of drugs. Stay off drugs. It's a big no-no. It can lead you to all sorts of trouble. It leads you to meeting horrible people. It leads you to meeting you know, going to places that you don't want to go to. It's no good. It's no good. And I know there are people that are gonna say, no, you're wrong, sweet padre. You know, to each his own. You know, let people put in their bodies what they want to put in their bodies. I say, well, if they're adults and they want to put junk in their bodies, you know, that's their right. But I also have my freedom of speech, and I can say what I believe, and what I believe is that shit just tears people up. All kinds of drugs tear people up. from marijuana takes your drive away. It takes the determination away. It takes your spirit away, you know. And but that's just the gateway to worse things. I mean, marijuana, you know, I've seen people can function when they smoke marijuana. You know, they can really function. They can have a job, this, that, and the other. But with the rest of the shit, I mean, it destroys people. It has them selling their mother, especially that crack cocaine has people selling their mother. And so, stay away from it. Stay away from it. It's big important. The other thing, guys, is, you know, get to studying. You know, you got people out here. Oh, look at this, a nice bird here. Look at that. All right. So you got people you got people out here. They're saying, don't go to school, don't go to school. You know, remember, as a man, your greatest asset is your mind. Your mind must be developed on a constant basis. You must be putting new ideas in it, right? It is what differentiates you from the animals that are on this planet, right? It's what makes you special. The fact that you have a mind that can be developed to the point that it can be developed, and that you can think, right? You can ask and answer questions. That's what thinking is all about. And especially in today's modern information aged society, right? You want to be able to think in specific sorts of fields, right? In specific fields, so you can solve problems in those specific fields, whether it be computer science or mathematics or, you know, the physical sciences or whatnot. It's your greatest asset, and you can destroy it quickly by going into drugs. So instead of poisoning yourself and your body, you want to develop your mind. Do go to school, pursue some sort of a career, a training, you know. Stay out of trouble, save your money, right? And you know, and live a nice, quiet life. And if some guy out there wants you to bang their wife, and they want to pay you for it, and they want to cheer you on, you know, they want to cheer you on while you're doing it, then, I mean, what are you gonna do? You gotta bang their wife and have fun doing it. But you gotta be careful. You really gotta be careful. Anyways, I think I've spoken enough. I'm gonna go for lunch here real quick, and then I got some work to do. I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching.